Last video, people were asking about my gear.
The day you've been waiting for is finally here. It's a big rundown on my looping gear. Keep on tweaking till it sounds clear. So my studio here.
Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, introduce yourself to me below in the comments, and let's see where we go from here. This video is gonna be a close-up look at my studio situation here. A rig rundown, if you will. A musician setup can tell you a lot about them and the skills that they wanna bring to the table. One of the main questions I usually get is, why the two microphones? My background is largely as a studio vocalist and an a cappella singer. This is kind of my lead singer microphone, and I mix it totally independent of all the other instruments. This microphone, on the other hand, is for the background singers, any harmonies or looped vocals that I have. And I found with just one microphone, the lead voice was getting kind of drowned out.
Check, check.
You can hear it's mixed just a little bit differently. That way the lead voice can sit on top of the arrangement and be heard very clearly. Does anybody else use this technique? Here are the other instruments that I put through the looper. This Fender Newport acoustic guitar and my Lanakai concert ukulele here. Can you tell I like blue guitars? These two stringed instruments go into my LS2 that helps me line select which one I'm gonna be playing. And whichever one is selected then goes into the boost here, then into the cab driver, then into the reverb, and then with one line, I plug it in right here to my Boss RC300 loop station. My keyboard and my loop mic are a little different story, mainly because I wanted the keyboard to have a stereo signal. So I put both of these into my little mixer over here. So the keyboard plugs in stereo and the microphone is right next to it. And then all that signal from the mixer goes into the RC300 with this tiny 1/8" jack here. It's an aux cable, just like a headphone jack. It's not ideal because it's kind of a tiny plug and it can get bumped easily, but it does allow me to use a stereo signal out of the looper into my interface. This interface is the newest piece of the puzzle here. Focusrite Scarlett with 8 inputs. The interface plugs into the back of the computer. The reason I got this one was because it has 8 inputs so that I could add more instruments and also facilitate guest performers when they come on. Musical guests. That's all the physical stuff and how it gets routed. Now it gets digital. In order to mix the sound, I use a program called MainStage. That's where I mix my sound and add plugins and reverb. I'm hoping to add some more plugins soon, but for now I just have no reverb, some reverb, and too much reverb, and basic levels and stuff. You can see I have all of my inputs down here with my levels and my channel strips here for controlling the plugins and where it comes in and where I want it to go out, and then a master volume here on the side. I want to send the MainStage output to my OBS for broadcasting, and in order to make that an audio source to add to my OBS, I use this program called Loopback. Loopback turns my MainStage output into a digital audio source that I can add to OBS. So, Emily, if you were gonna make some tweaks or improvements to your setup, what would you do next? What an awesome question. I'm so glad that you asked. It would be really nice to streamline this mic situation if I could just use the SM7B mic here, which was very generously donated to my channel from Bruiser. It would be awesome if I could send one mic signal, but route it 2 different ways so that I wouldn't have to have so much extra business in front of me. And even for live shows, it would mean like less gear to bring, you know? I think I would also like to add some more vocal effects that would be plugins and MainStage, which those are in the works, so stay tuned. I could then also loop my mic effects. Might be really fun. There's a couple physical improvements I might make as well, including Bruiser also sent me this amazing new Elgato face cam. Yes, the same Bruiser that sent the SM7B. It's a super high quality webcam that I've been using to highlight my keyboard and show a close-up of my hands. And I'm definitely gonna need to find a sexier way to mount that camera. Right now it's just kind of jankily taped. So you can check out my full gear list right below in the description and write me in the comments any thoughts or questions you might have. Let me know what gear you use and let me know what you might like to see next. My social media links will be down below as well. And check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Emily McVicker. And I'll see you on the next one. Happy looping! Bye!
The day you've been waiting for is finally here. It's a big rundown on my looping gear. Keep on tweaking till it sounds clear.